Hi guys, my name is Max, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Old Delhi Clinic COVID-19 fundraiser. This guy is one of the most fascinating people I've ever met in my entire life. His name is Premjeet, and he actually was a 5-star general in the Indian Army. And I remember him telling me the story one of the very first days that he actually wanted to start this bandaging clinic, because you'd see people, he'd come and they'd say, well, I need like 100 rupees to change my wound bandage, and which was a lot at the time. And so he said, well, I bet we could do something. So his father would bring bandages and wrap it in the Sikh temple, which is very close by. On the same mornings where the clinic happens, there's about a line 3 to 4 times the size of the people who come to the clinic lined up that street waiting for meals, which he provides every single day. Honestly, we were very inspired, my mom and I, and we decided that this was something that, the school needed to be a part of. And so each week we'd bring Scrubs Club members and they'd say how much they liked it. And then of course, when COVID hit, it just made sense to continue to work with them. We decided to do this donation the easiest way with to set up sort of a website where both people could easily access it to donate, and also people could see exactly what we're using the money on. My sister Esther started to come with us about halfway through and sort of develop, really enjoyed it. And so she sort of took over as I went to college, her along with Marshall Kagan.
The reason I chose to take over from Max was because it was one of the only service clubs still running during COVID. And I was already doing it. I already had most of the connections to the different vendors. So I continued to distribute. But as lockdown started to happen and the actual medical part of the clinic couldn't happen, they switched over to giving out like soap and food and all these different things.
It is a big operation where we help feed and help provide for around 600 migrant workers per week. And it requires, it's kind of like basketball, I would say, because the whole team needs to be involved. So what I would like to see after COVID is really, a continuation of our services to them. I think that it does make a small difference for the migrant workers every week, just to know that they're not alone. I don't want that to go away for them, after COVID.
Premjeet, the main Sikh guy, said when we first had this idea, and he said, there will be a time when you're in a prominent position where you can do the same thing in your country, where you can take what you've learned, whether that be from the clinic, whether it be from AES, and instill it in whatever you're doing. I think that's a very powerful message.
I do think it'll impact me for probably the rest of my life, because I can see people who don't have what I do. They usually just come with everything that they have in basically a backpack or a sack. And so to see that contrast and be able to help them will be something that I try and continue for the rest of my life.